going on, guys? Junior here with Custom Offices TV on the YouTube. If you didn't know, I freaking love basically every GMC Sierra from 2014 and up. This one is no exception. This is a brand new 2024 GMC Denali Duramax. We're gonna take this thing, break it down, figure out if this is truly the best truck of 2024. Let's get into it and see all the features this thing's got. All right, so first things first, on these brand new trucks, when you unlock them, you get this sick startup sequence. Probably one of my favorite things. It's super subliminal, but the fact that these headlights look as good as they do, they're projectors, they're all painted to match white, and then they've got that like just clean DRL startup, amazing. Now, Patrick took this thing and whited it all out. So there's a shit ton of chrome that's supposed to be on here, like all of these plastic pieces, there's so much cladding, but painted to match, looks phenomenal. I think that's the best way you can do any vehicle is just paint to match. Chrome grille, because it's a Denali, you have to have that chrome grille to make it pop a little bit. But that's the first thing you'll see on this versus a normal truck is the Denalis do have a lot of chrome, but all of it being painted to match, it's all kind of hidden there. In addition to that, the Denali Ultimates have Vader Chrome, which is a darker chrome on them from the factory. It's supposed to be a little more high-end, but I guess a lot of the guys, what they're doing is taking that Vader Chrome off and just replacing it with normal chrome trim because the chrome hits different than a darker chrome that's not quite as flashy. So, but obviously all painted to match, in my personal opinion, is the only way to go. Now, obviously the outside's sick and we're gonna get into all of that, but let's jump to the inside because that's where a lot of the unique features that these 24s are gonna be. A lot of the trucks can come with the power steps. I know the Denali Ultimates do. So these are amp steps, painted to match with the next level mats on them. You can get the OEM ones as well, but Patrick opted for these with a custom logo mat on there. So the big things you'll see on the inside, you've got the 12-inch screen for your dash, basically. You've also got a 13-inch screen for your infotainment center that has Google built in. So you've got Google Maps default right there. You can literally search in the Google search bar as you're getting into the truck here. The other thing you'll notice right away when you jump into this thing is all of the stitching. It sells that luxury feel that the Denalis have. You've got your like cross stitching, you've got extra piping, you've got some accent colors here. The seats have like 14 different types of stitching on them and it just looks super high end, soft quality leather. It's just one of those things that makes you love a Denali for what it is. You feel like you're driving something that's just better than a normal truck on the road. Not to mention being 9 inches in the air and on 37s also helps. So in addition to the seats looking super fancy, obviously they also function phenomenal as well. There's like 10-point adjustability on the seats. They're also heated and cooled, so you can pretty much get anything you want out of it other than the massaging. Massaging seats, you're gonna need to have that Denali Ultimate trim level to get that feature. But if you're poor and don't really care about that, you can save yourself about 10 grand. In addition to all of that on the interior, you've also got a Bose audio system in here. So you're gonna have a pretty good sounding system right out of the box. Not much you need to do to upgrade this thing unless you're an audiophile and wanna get into that. Plus, when you're in this thing, on that infotainment system, when you're in reverse, you're gonna see the HD surround vision as well, which basically has 9 million cameras that show you the entire outside of your truck without you needing to be outside of your truck to see it. So crazy stuff these new trucks have. I know Ford's had it for a little while. GM's got it now as well. Awesome feature. These trucks are pretty much freaking loaded to the hilt. Reverse camera as well. If you want, the reverse mirror is a camera. You can set it to basically just show you what's behind you as you're driving. I don't know how nice that is. I guess it'd be kind of useful. Just something a little bit different that GMC's got. Another thing that the Denali Ultimate's gonna have that this isn't is Denali Ultimates have different colored seats, so this is just all black, looks freaking amazing in my opinion. I don't even know what I would do differently because I'm okay with the all black, but the Denali Ultimates do have different colored seats options. So while you're driving, there is also the heads-up display as well. So while you're going down the road, you can see the speed that you're going on the road as you're driving. It's a pretty cool feature. So with all of these new GMCs, you have this like drop tailgate system where you have a step that comes down or a workspace. You've seen the commercials, there's like 90 different things you can do with it. Not sure how much of a fan of it I am. It just, there's so many panels and pieces that you end up seeing on the tailgate, then it takes away from the cleanness of the look of the back tailgate. But you do have that drop then down that you have on the Denali Ultimates. You also have, it's pretty freaking cool. It auto goes down and auto goes up on its own, and it's got speakers built into it. So you've got a full set of kicker speakers built into your tailgate that you can drop down, and it literally looks like something you could like have custom made for like a show truck. So super cool that the Denali Ultimates have that. Still a cool feature that's a thing. Again, this is a Duramax paired with the Allison 10-speed transmission that these things have now. With that, we are running a 7 to 9 inch McGoy's kit on here, set at 9 inches. All of it's powder coated blue underneath. You can see the axle as well, ripped apart the rear axle, got that all powder coated. Match that up with some 26 by 14 Archon Da Vinci's in chrome with 37, 13 and a half, 26 Venom powers on that. So it is gonna rub up front. However, we did some trimming here to keep it kind of clean, keep the look going while making it functional. Southern style 4x4 killed it on this whole build. They did the whole install, they did the powder coating, all the teardown, everything like that. And this thing is sitting big and mean. It looks super aggressive. Big front end on these brand new trucks, looks phenomenal. In addition to that on here, he's got PPE diff covers, front and rear, as well as a transmission pan from PPE as well. Plus, he has a full Kryptonite ultimate steering kit and ball joints from Kryptonite, which, if you guys didn't know, Kryptonite is basically the best upgrade you can do for your truck to beef up your front end. And we've got a shit ton of it in stock, ready to ship to you at customoffsets.com. Had to throw that little plug in there for you. That's pretty much the setup on this thing. Lots of paint to match, lots of blue and chrome, 9-inch lift kit, 37s, 14 wides. That's the 2024 Denali. Now, is it the king of modern era trucks? I would say it's a pretty close fight because new generation Cummins, solid trucks. This, great truck. New Alumiduties obviously are fantastic trucks. From the factory, they are still super solid though, almost 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Almost 500 horsepower as well. A tune, this thing would be nasty. Overall, I love the way the GMCs look though. They have this super sleek look to them, and the fact that it's like a high-end luxury truck is just something that very few others can compete with. Now, we are gonna have a brand new 2023 Ford F-350 Limited that we're gonna be checking out in a couple of weeks. So you'll wanna stay tuned for that. We'll be checking that, seeing if that tops the 24 Denalis, because those have quilted seats. This doesn't. You'll wanna stay tuned, make sure you subscribe for more. That's Custom Offsets on the YouTube. Later.